Probably going to be a little bit of a query in that, but she's going to hold her mark quite good in a race like this, and I think with a little bit more racing, she's only going to improve.
And one final one that you both brought them here on Tuesday, just for a look down the straight.
Yeah, I think that's best, especially with 2-year-olds trained out where we are.
Yep.
To give them every possible chance, they've got to come and have a look at the straight runs, you know.
All righty, well, good luck. Let's hope that you can get one over the line in one of our great races for the youngsters, the Maribyrnong trial. Good luck.
Thank you.
Righty, that's Ricky Morn joining us 6 minutes away from race 1 here at Flemington. An update from New Zealand now. As you can see, Endless Odyssey is tightened up on the tote. The favourite remains Lord of Lauriston, and on track the favourite is the 3 ahead of the 1. And at this stage, no horse has been supported in. They've all been very easy. Let's look at Alf Matthews, late mail.
Thanks very much, Andrew. Well, some very nice horses here.
Move in. And we also need How Good Is He to get set with San Zero and Squad, who's wandered down the track a little bit. A couple of the clerks of the course going down there to lend assistance. They're working on Tantat Spur at the moment. $65,000 buy at the Melbourne sales. Ran second in a trial on the 19th of September, where most of these did go through their paces. Tantat Spur locked in now. How Good Is He about to come up. Track is rated as dead. Rail is out 9 metres, penetrometer overall 4.55. The inside is 4.54, the outside 4.49. You wouldn't expect 2-year-olds to come to the grandstand rail. They'll generally want to educate them, and one would imagine they go to the inside, but you never know. Now Squad ready near the outside, so San Zero is going to come along and complete it. Brett Preble on board. He won this race last year on Fashion Victim. Picks up the ride for Damien Oliver on the outside, so they're all in and they're ready to go. Set for the first. Ready and racing, Lord of Lauriston in the middle of the line, and Tantat Spur began well. Also San Zero showing some pace with How Good Is He near the outside, and Mochaccino began very quickly and has sprinted down to the inside rail with the lead. They've all gone to the flat side, and Mochaccino shows out ahead of Lord of Lauriston. Tantat Spur is 3 deep joining the leading bunch. How Good Is He going up wider, and San Zero is the deepest. In behind those horses is Endless Odyssey and On the Bot, who scrubbed up, and they were followed by Tendu and Squatters last on the outside. Past the 400, Lord of Lauriston gone to the lead now. Tantat Spur on the outside, down to the whip. San Zero's running on strongly. How Good Is He is wide, and Squad's right up the middle of the track. San Zero hits the lead at the clock tower now. San Zero in front with Squad, the big danger on the outside. Squad is lengthening strongly, goes up to San Zero, takes the lead, and Squad beats San Zero by a length. Mochaccino's come back and I think grabs third from Tendu, who ran on. How Good Is He just battled away the last bit. So too Tantat Spur, who showed pace with Lord of Lauriston, and then On the Bot, and last in Endless Odyssey. Squad is the winner, number 6. Will pay around 670, and 240 came from the back of the field, right up the middle of the track. And he's been an impressive winner in, well, we'll check the time, it's posted incorrectly. 6 Squad first, beating San Zero, and it looks like Mochaccino will come back for third. It has, so official placings are 6, 5 and 8 in the first. Squad by Quest for Fame from Crew, trained by John Hawkes and ridden by Stephen Baster. San Zero, Brett Preble, Lee Friedman second, and Mochaccino, Mark Zara, and Dan O'Sullivan filling third place. 6, 5 and 8. Fourth in was Tendu, number 9, and fifth home was How Good Is He, number 2. So punters a little off the mark as far as their betting was concerned, although he was in the market. Squad, you'd never let one of those cerise-coloured Ingham horses go by without, especially in 2-year-old races. He hadn't trialled publicly, but one of the homebreds being from Crew, half-brother to Staff, a half-brother to Unions. And one of the Ingham homebreds there, Street Cafe, showing up in the dam side pedigree, and he looks like he's going to get over longer ground the way he really polished that race off over the closing stages. Very fine effort there. Second placing San Zero, and third to Mochaccino. Those that showed pace weakening Lord of Lauriston's effort up the front was short-lived. Now that time's been amended. We've got it at 51.8. Race 2, we take out 7 and 17. Patrick Payne's on 3, Lespalia, out to the 1800 for the Superimpose at 12.20.
And those pick-up rides, because Damien Oliver's partner Trish is currently in the delivery ward apparently. Now Flemington, we've seen the details. First 4, 6, 5, 8 and 10. First, the bottom weight is the other one in the market. Now that's the scene from the mounting yard. That's one of the John Hawkes runners, the top weight. Tony Brasser will give us his comments. He's seen a lot of these trial, and Tony, this top weight's on its toes.
He certainly is. He's giving a nice old demonstration, isn't he, Brendan? Audubon, he ran third to Dance Hero, the favourite in a trial. He's a full brother to Hockney, of course, who won his first race start, the Canterbury Stakes.
It's the same as the tote. Number 5 in front of number 3. So in they come now for the breeders. Been a good race this over a long span of time. I will remember back in 1976 it was run in divisions. Star System and Luskin Star won the divisions. And Luskin Star actually was second favourite in his particular division behind a horse called Magic Owl. And Luskin Star won by half the length of the straight. Last year, Rybald beat Spinning Boy and Lespalia. Choisir won it in 2001 when it was run at Warwick Farm. Mystigic won it in 2000. Horses like Mr. Innocent and Carter Clang won it in 1995. Been a good race. So as they come up now, here's the favourite. Walking forward, Dance Hero. Followed up by Phantom Agent. Broker's Decree, a stablemate of Phantom Agent, still away from the line. Both trained by Lee Curtis, and of course Lee has Mystigic. Charge forward on screen at the moment. And Huey Bowman about to bring the Johnny O'Shea trained youngster up into gate number 9. And here's Audubon. He was a little towy in the enclosure, but he settled down well once he got to the barrier. Good sort of horse. And he's in without a worry in the world. And Broker's Decree will see the line set for the 2003 Breeders' Plate. Dance Hero getting very stirred up in the gates. As Broker's Decree comes forward. Crown Town behaves well. Magic Pins likewise. Starters at the foot of his ladder. Climb same. They're ready. Racing in the breeders, Crown Town missed it, so did the favourite Dance Hero. And one of the best to break the line was Phantom Agent, jumping out very, very quickly, charge forward. Wenceslas Square and Orphanite are going up quickly, and likewise Broker's Decree. Good bustle for the lead. Magic Pins are showing pace, and then Negev, Dance Hero, followed by Orient Street, Audubon, and Crown Town is last. They race inside the 600 marker, and Broker's Decree wide out. Magic Pins in the middle, Orphanite on the rails, and not far away from the leading trio is Wenceslas Square, a length and a half then to charge forward, who's on the extreme outside, followed by Phantom Agent, and Dance Hero's pushing through a gap. They come over the rise now and charge forward, and Dance Hero, the popular elects, have raced away. And at the 200 marker, charge forward has taken the lead clearly from Dance Hero. Wenceslas Square getting along the rails, but charge forward is doing it in grand style. Bowman gave him a crack with a weapon. Away he goes, and charge forward brilliantly in the breeders. Second, Wenceslas Square, followed home by Dance Hero. Audubon made up many, many lengths, followed by Phantom Agent in company with Negev, Orphanite. Then Crown Town, Broker's Decree, Magic Pins, and Orient Street was last. Too good. He's a very, very promising colt, this fella. I think he was around about 100,000 at the Magic Millions purchase price, charge forward. He's by Red Ransom from a Bletchingley mare, Sydney's Dream, so he's impeccably bred. Owned by Peter and Helen Horwitz, B. Kerr, J. Abrahams, Mazes Blizzard, J. Owen set. Bred by David Esplin and trained by John O'Shea here at Randwick and ridden by Huey Bowman. And when he put one on him, Huey, oh, the colt went whoosh. He's very, very good. And that indicated his trial. But I tell you what, Dance Hero, even with a good jump, No way, I don't think he could have beaten Charge Forward. Wenceslas Square, only a tiny little fella by Marge Hughes, got home well for second, prepared by Jack Denham. For John Thompson, ridden by Zach Purton, and number 5, third, the favourite Dance Hero. Certainly didn't do his chances any good by a tidy jump. A Dan Zero, Gypsy Dancer, Gilgai, Waterhouse, Len Beasley, and 11 was fourth, and that was Phantom Agent. 3:12, 5:11, and the totes read this way. Number 3, Charge Forward, 360 and 150. Number 12, Wenceslas Square, paid $2.30. Number 5, Dance Hero, $1.04.
Good on you, Ian. The first race there, the Breeders going to trainer John O'Shea. Let's have a look at the interims for that race. As you can see there, Hugh Bowman, the winner. Charge Forward, 360 and 150, trifecta $60.40. Super Tab will come in a moment. There's some happy owners going right off there after winning the first race with Charge Forward and John O'Shea. New Zealand, and the next race there, as you can see, they're going to
the horses just going out onto the track now, or under the Flemington sign, should I say, down the race. I put number 8, Noble Red, on top. Look, this is a lovely looking individual, and I've got no doubt the Flemington circuit will suit this horse perfectly. He hasn't drawn all that well. Nevertheless, I've put him on top. I don't care if he covers a little bit of ground, because I do know he will get cover. Number 12, Zab Express, is a horse by Zabil. Comes off a nice performance at Ballarat. He only just got the bobbin on that occasion. However, it was slow conditions. I'm expecting this to improve on good, firmer ground today. Good-looking individual too. Number 3, L'Espelier, the Gay Waterhouse horse, comes down. Pleased to see that it's come back 200 metres to the 1800. Again, will be on pace and should battle out the race okay. And number 1, Dance Up. Can't leave him out because he looks too good.
The inside, the All Clear's there. They're off and racing. And Fresh Boy bounded out brilliantly on the inside and found the lead ahead of Zab Express, and away quickly is King Hogan, Miss Watanabe. Kirribilli Court just off them in the green and the white cap, and Dance Up's going forward with L'Espelier. Settling into stride now out to the 1500, and a good charge for the lead. L'Espelier working overtime, finding it now with Dance Up on the outside, pressing him, and they put on a bit of pace by the 1400 and lead by 3. Miss Watanabe outside Zab Express, about a length and a half. Mr. Ubiquitous and Fresh Boy, 5th on the rail, and then King Hogan. 2.5 lengths away, Kirribilli Court, who's pulling on the inside of Fastness, and 2 lengths to Valedictum, who's racing over on the outside of Piatner, and they're trailed then by Noble Red, and back behind them is Dem Bellis, and 2 lengths away is Serera, and 2.5 to Our Spur. They're inside the 1000, and Dance Up has the lead by 3/4. Mr. Ubiquitous strode to second, 2 L'Espelier third. Miss Watanabe the outside, 1 Kirribilli Court, Zab Express on the rails. A length further back is King Hogan, Fastness, and then Fresh Boy. Back behind those Piatner, Valedictum, and 2 lengths to Noble Red. They're being followed by Serera. Well back is Dembellis on the inside, and Our Spur is last. He's let Kirribilli Court go, coming around the home turn, and he strode up wide out to join Mr. Ubiquitous and Dance Up. Miss Watanabe's coming right around them in the middle of the track with her run, and then Zab Express followed by L'Espelier, and further back is Valedictum and King Hogan. They stretch across the track. Dance Up, Miss Ubiquitous being tackled by Fresh Boy, L'Espelier. Zab Express, Noble Red getting a run through down to the inside. Serera and King Hogan are putting in runs. 150 to go now, and Serera right over on the outside, and Noble Red in front with Serera and Zab Express, but it's Noble Red. Good win this. Noble Red beats Serera by a length and a half. Zab Express third, then Piatner, King Hogan to break then to Dance Up, Fresh Boy, Dembellis out wide, trailed by Mr. Ubiquitous, and then came back behind those L'Espelier, Fastness, Valedictum, Our Spur, and back towards the tail end of the field is Miss Watanabe and Kirribilli Court. They used plenty of Flemington in that race. They were all over the track, and Noble Red has come from well back in what was a fast run race to score a very strong victory. Number 8 is the winner, Noble Red, ridden by Brett Preble for Lee Friedman. Second, number 15, Serera, Reese McLeod and Michael Moroney. And third, 12, Zab Express, Kieran McAvoy and Tony McAvoy. So 8, 15 and 12 official, 8, 15 and 12. Noble Red plotting a course somewhere up the middle of the track to sprint to the lead with about 200 metres to go. And the son of Red Ransom has been very impressive, winning his first race this afternoon from just 6 outings.
An impressive win and a very familiar set of colours. The green with the white V. We'll be seeing plenty more of those in the winner's circle. Now, interim details, confirming those for you with Brett Preble's winning ride aboard Noble Red, beating Serera and Zab Express 8, 15 and 12 across the line, breaking through for its debut win at Noble Red. There's the Super Tab details, Quinella, Exacta and Trifecta. Larry Olsen at Doomben this afternoon from a glorious Epsom handicap day here. Let's take it to you for late mail.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. The first race here. Look, I like the top. But she goes from today's race to Melbourne Cox Plate Day to run in the Moyes, so I'm pretty sure Gary have a pretty cherry right.
59 kilos, equal top weight in the race?
Yeah, look, I don't think it's a strong race. She's a classy mare, and if she's only got to be half right today, and I think she'll beat him, Joe.
You have ridden her.
So $1.80 in New South Wales about before too long, and she's still away from the gates. First of the day, impressively won by Charge Forward number 3 Hugh Bowman, beating 12 Wenceslas Square, 5 Dance Hero and 11 Phantom Agent. Now on screen is Before Too Long, Jimmy Cassidy aboard her, and in goes Jim and Before Too Long, and we're set for action. This is race 2 at Randwick. It's the Emirates Plate. Starter has the button. Just a gateman going around front. Everything's right, apparently. No, Foxthorn's come out. Foxthorn, obviously a problem there. And Foxthorn, Zach Purton in the saddle. Whether he played up marginally or bumped his head or not, I don't know. You take that, thanks, Josh. So the veterinary surgeon is on the phone to the chairman of stewards, just vetting the horse. So obviously he must have given part of his head a bit of a knock. The vet was having a look around, maybe around the nose region. 180 Before Too Long, 140 the place, 590 for Straban. And second pick on track is also Straban. Before Too Long, behaving herself perfectly. Having a close look at Foxthorn. And it looks as though everything's okay. Yep, Foxthorn's coming back into the line. So again, we're set and ready to see them go. Race number 2 at Randwick. Gates are back and they're off this time. Before Too Long came out pretty well from the outside. Wardski jumped well. As did Switched on Time. Going up quickly is Foxthorn, followed by Razor Knight, Straban. And at a compact field, Absolute is Dainty Deb. Before Too Long can't get to the rails at the moment. Leads about a half length coming down the side from Foxthorn. A length and a half, Razor Knight, Straban, Switched on Time, Wardski, and Dainty Deb is the tail ender. Down towards the home corner they run. And Foxthorn on the inside takes up the role of pacemaker narrowly from the hot pot. Before Too Long, a length and a half, Straban, Razor Knight on Straban's udder, Switched on Time's going badly, Wardski on the outside from Dainty Deb, but now Jimmy Cassidy gives the favourite rein, and Before Too Long shook off Foxthorn, Straban's into the clear, and then Razor Knight, Wardski, Dainty Deb, Switched on Time going disgracefully, but it's Before Too Long, a comfortable leader, first up for nearly 1 year, and she's too good for this lot. Before Too Long beat Razor Knight, Straban or Dainty Deb wide out, and then came on the rails Foxthorn, Wardski, and Switched on Time was stone motherless. She was simply too good for them. Number 1, Before Too Long by Belong to Me from Asian Reef, trained by Gary Portelli, ridden by Jimmy Cassidy, and went out after winning at the Valley on the 24th of October last year. And only had the 1 barrier trial since coming back, and that was on the 15th of August, but I'm sure Gary would have given her, Gary Portelli, 2 or 3 jump outs. And she was just too classy for them. And as we were saying earlier, when you think about, I know it's after the ball, but placings to horses like Bel Esprit and Yell, if she was anywhere near right, she had to beat them. And she was right, and she did beat them comfortably. 1-7-4-5 are official. Number 1, the winner, Before Too Long, Jimmy Cassidy. 7, second, Razor Knight by Strategic, trained by Jim Lee, written by Chris Muntz. Number 4, Strabane, gelding by Revocious, prepared by Chris Lees, Mitchell Bell. And number 5, Dainty Deb, was the official 4th. Time for the race was slick as you'd expect, 57.87. The class record on a dead track Marchioness 58.29. 57.87 there.
Yeah, very impressive, Ian. Before too long, the first 4, 1, 7, 4 and 5, $230. Looking back at Doomben race 1, the first 4 with weight there, 2816. $1,807.50. There's Gary Portelli, who stayed in Sydney to celebrate the winner before too long. And Gary has a runner here in the Banjo Patterson coming up, copping kisses from blokes there. Well done to him anyway. He's enjoying things, Alf.
The way he kissed was a nice type.
Was he? Oh, really? We are on air, Alf, just to remind you. OK, that was Alf Matthews.
Manakama. 4 to get set then. Del Zao, Tchaikovsky, Perizin, and also Flash in the Pan. Has a crossover noseband on today, and Kieran McAvoy on board. Here's Flash in the Pan coming along now. Manakama, of course, also has a victory over Noble Red. He did that in Brisbane back in June. And a good winner under the lights at the Valley last time out. Now Del Zao about to get set. Moves up for Steve King, and Perizin will be the last to come up. Drawn on the outside of the 8 runners. Race over the 1,410 metres. They're right on start time now as Perizin is about to come in. Mr. O'Hara holds the inside stall. Perizin goes up. Field is ready now. Set for the 3rd. Track upgraded to good. And they're racing. Beautiful start. Mr. O'Hara jumping well, but immediately headed by Tchaikovsky. Del Zao straight out the back. He's 2 lengths last. Tchaikovsky had it settling into stride. Perizin and Flash in the Pan go up and join him at the 1200. Manakama settles off them 4th, improving his place, and then Canny Opera a length away. A length further back, Mr. O'Hara, the inside of Ra Sun, and Del Zao 1 1/4 away. Perizin led by the 1,000. Flash in the Pan is 2nd. Manakama's trapped out 3rd, and Tchaikovsky just behind them on the inside 4th, followed by Canny Opera. 2 lengths away then Mr. O'Hara on the inside as they go by the 800. Ra Sun around him and 2 to Del Zao. Up to the turn, Perizin leading. They haven't gone all that quickly. 2nd is Flash in the Pan. Manakama 3rd, the outside of Tchaikovsky. Tucked in 4th, the inside, and then Canny Opera. They've followed Mr. O'Hara. Around the outside comes Del Zao and Ra Sun in the centre. Perizin led. He's been left alone and he kicked out by 2 lengths in the early part of the straight. Into 2nd comes Manakama. Del Zao running on the outside. Tchaikovsky and Mr. O'Hara making ground the inside. Canny Opera struggling at this point. Perizin came back quickly. Del Zao swept up and went to the lead on the outside. On the inside is Mr. O'Hara, and then Manakama. Canny Opera's coming down the outside. Del Zao, Mr. O'Hara. Del Zao's going home the best, and Del Zao wins it by almost a length. Photo for the minors. Tchaikovsky's prominent with Mr. O'Hara. Canny Opera out wide. Leave it to the judge, and then Perizin, Manakama. Back to the tail end of the field is Flash in the Pan and Ra Sun. That has been a very good win, Del Zao. He just keeps on winning. 4 straight now. He's come from last in a race where they sat up for speed in the middle stages. Big performance from 4 Del Zao. He'll pay $3.70 and $1.60. He's strung them together starting at a Friday meeting at Seymour in maiden company. And he's progressed through from midweeks to now win in listed company in town. He's beating everything they throw at him so far. 2nd placing, number 8, Tchaikovsky, Andrew Findlay. 3rd goes to 5, Mr. O'Hara, ridden by Greg Childs. Numbers are 4, 8 and 5. 2nd will pay $6.70, 3rd $2.70. And close up and missing out was Canny Opera out wide for the minor end of the prize. Time is 1 minute and 24 seconds. 1 minute and 24. Well, previous winners of this have been Hydrometer, who beat Lord Volksrad, and the year before Royal Code, who beat Ustinov. So it has produced some very handy gallopers, and this fella's form was right there in our faces. Win, win, win. And he's done that again today. 4, 8 and 5 on race number 3.
And just fourth to be confirmed at Cheltenham. First 4 on 5, 1, 3 and 2, 1,843. And if you missed the Doomben one earlier, on 2, 8, 1 and 6, it paid $1,807. You're right up to date. Just the Flemington fourth to be confirmed. Now, Doomben's our next port of call. This is the second race on the card, a Class 6 over the 1,640 metres. And the latest check of betting has Sea Artist as the favourite. Larry Olsen, all the good judges tipping this one this morning.
Yes, Brendan, it looks very well in the enclosure. It is a bit short. Look, there's been backing for Sam's Dream on course. It's shortened the point and quite noticeable, so I'd expect that his price in the tote will shorten along with it. There's not one horse in this race that doesn't look bad. They all look particularly well. The reason I'm going for the top weight is he got the benefit of the allowance in the one alley. I think he should be right on the pace, and it was a very good run here behind Rude the Saint the other day. I just think he's probably the horse on the way up, so we'll put him on top of 6 Sea Artist. It's the lightweight chance, and of course a really good win here the other day when it beat Mulligan. I like it for the second. 2 Scenic Wells has gone up in weight, looks particularly well. 5 Sam's Dream, as I pointed out, does look particularly well, but if anybody else on the other horses, I can tell you they look well, but I'm going to go this way, Brendan, with the top weight, 1, 6, 2 and 5.
And young Adam Best in the saddle of the top weight and the late male pick. The third race on the card is the time-honoured Laurie O'Brien Crowley Stakes. Listed race for 3-year-olds. Sky ratings with Legally Bay ahead of Freeze, Sticks and Stones, and then Picaday, the Queensland Group 1 winner. 8 from 5 and 7, then number 1. On course, it's Legally Bay just holding betting favouritism ahead of Freeze. Third pick is Sticks and Stones. In fact, its fourth pick, Red Hot Pepper, is the third pick. We'll be linking up with David Payne closer to start time. Tony Brassel joins us to take a look at them as they parade. The top weight is Picaday.
First up have affected her last start as well. She's only a small type of filly.
I think it most probably did. You know, it was a pretty tough run, the first run, and the second one 1,400, and John's just freshened her up and come back to the 1,200. So, you know, she seems to be going well enough. So hopefully it's the right thing to do.
How do you line her up against this field today? It's an intrigue.
Epsom Handicap Day year 2003. You're watching our coverage on Sky right around Australia, through trackside in New Zealand, and right throughout the North American states. We thank you for joining us from Randwick. Now, correct weight details at Doomben. First 4 across the lines, 2, 6, 3 and 5. Just the first 4 dividend New South Wales to confirm. Now, if you're taking quaddies, Randwick today, it's races 5, 7, 8 and 9. Now, Cheltenham, it's Military Habit, the top rater. 5 clearly ahead of the 1, 6 and 8.
For the L'Oreal O'Brien Crowley Stakes and the very heavily backed favourite, number 8, and that is Legally Bay. 2 runs from a spell, 310, 150. Legally Bay, very, very heavily supported on track and is a fraction shorter than the tote quote at the moment. Tote quote reading out at 310. So big bets on number 8, Legally Bay here. Filly by Snippets. Down the course in the Furious behind Shamika. But her first run back was good here in the Silver Shadow behind Regimental Gal, and we know how well she raced in the autumn. Good run in the Slipper, went 5th for Polar Success. Previous race here, going to 1 before too long. First up for almost 12 months. He was simply too good for them. Beat 7 Razor Knight by 2 1/4 lengths. 4 third Strabane, 5 4th. Dainty Deb, and the first 3 charge forward. Huey Bowman beat 12 Wenceslas Square, 5 Dance Hero and 11 Phantom Agent. Now, Yes Boss comes forward. The next one into the gates for the Brian Crowley will be Bella Clarus. This race was won by Planchet last year. Corey Brown beat Chuckle and Air of Grace. Patton's won it in 2001. Dynamic Love in 2000. Patton's won it at Warwick Farm. Now, one of the interesting runners, Picaday, moving in. Stablemate of Sticks and Stones. As we were commenting the other day, the old Sticks and Stones either held the record outright or was the joint 1,200 metre record holder at Randwick for many, many years. Now, Bella Corona is in and we're ready. They're off this time in the Brian Crowley, and they jumped in a beautiful fashion. Sticks and Stones on the inside is going to lead early, followed by its stablemate Picaday White.